Here we are all about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose through the energy of our ancestors. I want to thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, and your subscribes here on the channel. It is always appreciated. And a major shout out to all the channel members, as well as the members over on my website, as well as the members over on Patreon. Thank you for your support here on the channel every month. You are appreciated, my darling. And thank you to everyone who has purchased personal readings from me or purchased from my tea and my candle company. You are appreciated, my darlings. So this grandmother ancestor message, I'm hearing Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell with "You're All I Need to Get By." I should have drank some dang on tea this morning. I've been drinking water. I should have made tea. I think I'm gonna make tea after this reading. Cause my whole little voice, baby, I've been up for about 35 minutes. It's 3:15 in the morning. Well, a little bit after 3:15 because I just saw the full moon. And so, baby, the voice is voicing. It ain't voicing, okay? This energy, I'm hearing the "You're All I Need to Get By" Tammy Terrell and Marvin Gaye. And when I think about both of them, they had very tumultuous lives. And it's like they both had tumultuous lives outside of their friendship. So their friendship was like a place of calming for them. It was a place of respite. It was a friendship. And this energy is giving either you've learned a lesson on friendship this year, or you've been changing your perspectives on friendship and how you view friendship or how you define friendship. Because there may have been individuals in your life who they come across as a friend and they call you friend, you know, and all of that, but it's not really, it's more of an associate type vibe, right? This grandmother energy is saying it's time to take notice of the things and people that you need in your life to make room and space for new people. Because now I'm hearing make new friends, but keep the old ones. One is silver and the other's gold. Okay? So making new friends, making a new friendship, having space for those friends though. Because if you're spending all your time, your energy with people who don't resonate with you, think of how that can affect you in your progress. Because you're spending all this time with people who don't resonate with you. This is definitely giving an energy of, I'm hearing blockages. Your grandmother energy is giving messages on a blockage. Because now I'm hearing pop, 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 pop goes my mind. But the first thing I think of is with bubble wrap, how we pop the bubble wraps. But the purpose of the bubble wrap is to support the glass to keep from breaking. But it gives this energy of someone like popping your bubbles. You know what I'm saying? But your bubbles is what keeps you. Your bubbles is what keeps you in alignment. Like someone may be trying to like humble you or make you see something from another angle, or they have this energy to them and it rubs off on you. Like their doubt rubs off on you. So for example, this is a situation that's coming up. I had the situation where there is someone and I've made them candles just as like a, you know, here's a gift, whatever. And, you know, they asked me to make them another one. I made them one. And I always told them, you know, you could order one on the website, you know, because they will always say it. But I was like, you know, I'm going to get it as a gift. I know you're going through these transitions or whatever. And one day I was over their house and I see they bought a new candle from a big retail store. And I said something because that shows intentionally that they don't really mess with me and what I do. And they were like, oh, well, it was there in the aisle and it's, you know, that buyers, as soon as you see it, you just buy it. And in my head, I'm just like, I don't want people around me who think like that. Because I don't think like that. You know, if I have a friend who makes candles, the first thing I'm going to think of is like, oh, let me go to my friend to make me some candles. And it's like, I don't know how to put it. Like, we may be, because the lesson I got from that situation and this grandmother energy is like, I'm getting the vibe of now, like, everybody is not really your friends. Some people are just associates. You have to know the difference between a friend and an associate. So are you spending a lot of your time with people who they really should just be associates? You have balanced spirituality and practicality with the full moon in Pisces. So something may have happened a couple months ago in this situation, or you may have noticed something in this situation. Is giving this vibe of needing to get something more realistically, okay? Some of you all may be looking at a relationship or a connection from a place of what you used to do or what you used to be for each other or what could be, but it's not the reality of the relationship. It's like you could be being a friend to someone else, but they're not a friend to you. They're not a friend to you. You need to adjust your life to fit that. Beauty and then reconciliation at the bottom. So this could be your grandmother energy letting you know that when you get to a certain place that there's going to be certain people who may try to like come back around into your life or push themselves, you know, back into your space, or you may feel spiritually inclined to let them back in. But with this balanced spirituality and practicality, something may look good, but you need to be practical in how you move. You need to remember, how did they treat you before? You know, just because you still have, ooh, burping, yep. Just because you have a good, positive thought process of what they have going on and how you feel they're going to be in to support you and all of that, doesn't mean that they made them changes too. Just because you go through growth don't mean that everybody around you do too. We have Gemini, then Mercury with Gemini and Virgo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the crazy thing is that the people who, some people have an unintentionally crabs in a barrel mentality. So, for example, say you can have the courage to step out and do the things that you really want to do, right? And you're willing to go through it. It gives a vibe of someone else who wants to do it, but they don't have it in them to do it. So they unintentionally don't move that way. What deck do I want to pull from? Just because you're a friend to somebody else doesn't mean that they're your friend. Just because you're loving to someone else doesn't mean that they're loving to you. Just because you're supportive of someone else don't mean that they're going to be supportive of you. It's like us getting out of our head of, if I do good things going to come to me. If I treat this person nice, 11:11 on the recording time, if I treat this person nice and fair and I'm always supportive, they're going to give me that back. They've shown you what they can give you. They've shown you themselves. Why seek for an alternative ending when they've already shown you? That's what this grandmother energy is saying. Bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot of what's not seen. That's Cancer energy. I'm hearing she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around that mountain. She'll be coming around that mountain. She'll be coming around that mountain when she comes. She'll be riding 6 white horses when she comes. This feels like someone waiting for you to come back around. This is like an old friend. Could be an old lover, old associate. It's like they're expecting you to come back around after they've shown you that they're not really a friend. Yeah, you got the Fool card that started it off with dandelion root. And with dandelion root, someone in the comments has shared previously, for those of you all who are going through coffee withdrawals, make the dandelion root tea, and it has a strong coffee taste to it. With this Fool card, and then me bringing up the alternative to coffee, this is giving a vibe of someone waiting for you to come back around or to get, like, to have some type of connection with you. But you a different person. I'm hearing, I got a new attitude. Okay? You have a new attitude about it. You're not the same person. You don't view it the same way as you used to. Like, because now I'm hearing, no fool no more, not like before, not the way it used to be, no fool no more. You're not a fool anymore. You're not the same person that they could usually get over on or talk to nicely, or you're not that person anymore. Yeah, the Death card with Marigold. Something happened around Dia de Muertos. This is some major ancestral energy coming through. A lot of Scorpio energy as well. Scorpio, Aries, Gemini. Something around Dia de Muertos let you know that something, you needed to end something. So for example, say you want to stop drinking, right? But you had friends who still drink, and you find yourself, every time you go around them, you find yourself backsliding, still doing it, okay? This is giving the energy of deading something completely, so then it doesn't have any effects on you. Ending something completely so it no longer has effects on you. Because it's giving this energy of everything can't go where you're going. And so if you've been feeling like some things has been like holding you back or has been progressing the way that you want it to, you need to ask yourself, is there someone or something that I'm still connected to that can't go where I'm going? What needs to get left behind? You know, we may try to save and keep. There's a lot of orange and yellow here as well. This is sacral energy, solar plexus energy. So let go of the things and people that don't allow you to see your full worth and your full dopeness. If you question yourself around these people and things, it's not for you. It's not for you. And it's giving this energy of some situations that may make you question yourself, may make you doubt yourself. And some of these energies may intentionally, like, or they may not, like, it gives me the energy of them being a part of the plan, right? So we're all connected in a larger spiritual scheme. We're all on different frequencies. This gives an energy of having someone around you who they're on a different frequency as you. You're on a different frequency. And with you being on a different frequency, things can only be understood for what it is. Like, it can only be for what it is. So you may be trying to mix frequencies, or you may not realize that you're mixing frequencies. But something has to finally end if you want the frequency. I'm hearing the frequency of your abundance to change. I'm hearing leave behind childhood things. Some of you are maybe leaving behind childhood things, or you may have recently lost some childhood things. And his grandmother is saying, it's fine. It couldn't go where you're going. Let's move forward from it now. The Three of Air, Echinacea. And you know the thing with Echinacea, Echinacea is a very good supply of vitamin C. Very good for your immune system. And the fact that it's out with Three of Air, it's giving the vibe of doctoring yourself back to good health. After endings, after heartbreaks, after disappointments. Allowing yourself to be nursed back to good health. So it's giving all difficult situations, they're not as bad as what they're like. All things can be healed. I'm seeing a plant being brought back to life. The universe is always helping me, sometimes in unexpected ways. But it can only do that if you have room and space for it. It can only do that if you have room and space for it. There's a treasure in my home. Do not let them steal our legacy. This could be a family member. Be your own people. Grandmother saying you know what to do. You know what to do. I thank you all for being here. I pray that this provided guidance that you needed at this time. And I pray you all have an amazing rest of your day. If you're interested in a personal reading, check out moenicole.com. If you're interested in a personal reading inside of a candle, check out energytea.com. Today is our last day of the buy two, get one free sale on the website. So definitely take advantage of that. And I will see you all in the next one, my darlings. Bye.